so that's the first thing on our list to talk about.
Yeah, self-love, right?
Yeah.
Let me
No, I'm
introduce.
just kidding.
Let me introduce us then. We are the Aboriginal Outlaws. I'm Joshua, and my pals John and Will have gone to Disneyland. So I'm joined here by our good friend Debo,
Hi.
Kawenniosta,
Psycho.
and Liv. Yeah, and Liv. I
Yeah.
saw it short. Liv, use your whole name or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, Liv Bigtree. All right.
Psycho.
Hey, we found a new Bigtree, a better one, an upgrade.
The cycle breaker
Right.
is here.
The cycle breaker.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
He's
He's
not
not
just-
even here, and he's already hurt.
Right.
And you just hurt him even worse.
Yeah, he just felt that in the bruised eyeball.
Yeah, right in his third eye.
He banged his third eye against that table.
Real hard. Oh, man, don't get me going. All right.
So I had this idea to bring you all together here because you're direct action people, and I enjoy direct action. I'm not a big fan of the system, and I think it's not built for us. And I think when we try to work from within, it doesn't tend to work out the way we want. And you all do things outside of the system. So I thought it would be cool to have you all here together.
Yes.
So what should we start with? So many.
You want to flip a coin? Me?
He's got the newest stuff, I guess. So Debo, I've noticed you on social media lately.
Yes.
What happened? You were in some trouble.
Yeah, a little bit of trouble for, I guess, caring too much for children and the rest of the community, really. There's a gentleman, I'm pretty sure a lot of people already know this story, but there's a small story behind why I was after this gentleman.
Let's hear it.
So the day before the incident of me getting incarcerated for no reason, in my opinion, actually, but this kid came down my road. I recognized his car. I just happened to go outside and had my nephew, my neighbor's kid, was out. He's like under 10 years old, I think, but still a young kid outside on a four-wheeler, and I recognized the idiot's car coming down as I'm about to light a joint and walk my nephew across the road. You just start hearing gunshots, and this guy's already wanted from Saint for a drive-by shooting just a few weeks prior. So I got on the phone with tribals. I tried to do everything right, talked with investigators. I even helped them pick up shell casings at one point, and yeah, I kept in contact with the investigators, and I kept finding them, and I don't know why they couldn't. So the next day I kind of got sick of it, and I found them. Mm-hmm. And allegedly, somebody said I had a gun, a loaded gun in my vehicle. And then allegedly I rammed somebody. There's a lot of alleged shit.
I see that.
Yeah, it's all alleged.
Okay.
I can't really say too much, but I mean, I did talk to my attorney this morning, and I could at least tell you guys my charges.
Let's hear those charges.
So, I feel like a real bad guy. So anyway, like I said, I was just really fucking pissed off, man. And
Yeah.
you don't put kids in danger around me. I lost my only child, so I cherish children with everything in me. Like,
Right.
most of the time, kids come to my stand. I don't even charge them for the food. I just give it to them just because,
Hear that, parents?
Yeah, I guess. No, sometimes though, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I always grew up not, kids eat first, elders eat first, and us regular fucks just eat whenever.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That's just been kind of instilled in me. I'm like very, very community and family oriented. I enjoy meeting all the people in the community. I'm pretty, I guess, res famous.
Yeah, I've seen you on the internet, just out and
Yeah.
about throughout the
Yeah, man.
selling your food and doing things, and you're a
Do
big
lots of
supporter of
things.
local comedy. I like that.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm just a funny guy. I guess now
Now you're an infamous guy.
I'm a violent funny guy or something. All right. So anyway, one of the charges so far, I guess this is one of the bigger ones, are the two criminal mischiefs. I got criminal mischief in the second and the third. Criminal possession of a weapon in the third with previous conviction, which I've never been convicted of having a firearm in my life.
Well, that should be.
I've never, anybody can talk to me. They know I don't. Nobody even knows I have a fucking gun.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I use that strictly for food,
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? So, then they also got me for reckless endangerment in the second. So, the weapons charge and those other ones couldn't possibly get me up to 7 years in state or federal prison.
Well, that's not good.
And I literally fucking ran. I followed this guy and was on the phone with dispatch and fucking drove him practically right into the fucking tribal's hands, man.
My goodness.
And it's like, I can't wait. And
Yeah.
like I said, I can't say much more.
Right. Yeah.
But the fucking idiots, man. They're dumb.
Yeah.
They're dumb. They're like, I wish I could say more, but let's leave it at that.
So you acted, and that's how we're taught
Yeah.
to act.
Ooh,
Whoa, there's all those shell casings.
What the fuck was that? Just kidding. All right.
You want to crack that door open? It's hot as shit in here.
Yeah, you should pay for central air. at
You
least.
should. I've been saying that for a year and a half.
It's a lot cheaper than this. But yeah, so the lawyer's gonna cost me a lot of money, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna somehow do everything short of prostitution.
I
to
mean,
get the money.
OnlyFans. I know a lady that made $11,000 in OnlyFans. I'm just saying.
I mean, if I don't want to promote myself like that, but I mean, there's probably some girls out there that want to see my belly button.
I mean, Ginger downstairs.
Yeah, you never know. Gotta pay to find out.
Well, hopefully some people will step up and help you out there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I
People
got a lot of people. And another thing about me is I don't like handouts. I don't want
Yeah.
somebody to just give me my money. I'll work for it. Like I'm capable.
But if somebody gave you the money, you should take it.
I don't know.
You should be like,
give it to my woman because she'll probably say no.
Okay.
I mean, she'll probably say yeah because
Yeah.
I won't be able to take it. I can't. I mean, I'm just starting a business, yeah, but
Yeah.
I've been through worse, I think.
Right. So what court would you end up in? Just
They
Franklin
got
County,
handed
right?
all the way down to town court.
Over like Bombay.
Yeah. They didn't know where the fuck they were going to send me.
Bombay Town Court.
I've always put through hell for 6 days trying to figure out what the government wanted to do with me.
Well, maybe if you change your accent while you're at court, they'll just
I'll
let you
go.
go.
Yes, sir. I mean, the only way I know how to talk not res is with a little spice in my voice.
Throw a little Irish in there.
Fuck. I probably could. You never know. That was the first time I've had my tattoos documented too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so now I feel like a real
Feel violated?
yeah.
Yeah, because I don't really see no tattoos, so.
Exactly.
Violated.
I mean, I only got a few, and
Got 18.
there's
4
only
piercings.
Yeah, I don't show my piercings either, unfortunately.
Could have paid to see those two. Add that to the list.
I had to put toothpicks through those while I was away.
See that? Look on the OnlyFans. It's Ginger down there
Yeah.
at OnlyFans.
You never know. You never know. I might just have to just make sure it blows up with me before the 12th because that's my court date.
Oh yeah. The court. Well, if you want to support Debo, go down to the court date.
Yeah.
Those are open, right?
Yes.
I think.
They better be.
It's Bombay,
if
so it's
not,
probably like in a barn, right?
It's pretty much like the old tribal building. the one that got torn down,
Yeah.
but a little bit, I guess, updated.
Well,
We
our
can
casino,
say, I don't
our
wanna
casino
say.
paid good money for that building, so
That's
Yeah.
in Bombay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Hold on, your that's just 1 second. It does that sometimes. I get a little lag in that camera sometimes.
And what, like, I kept arguing with them too, is why am I being shipped off to a white court when we obviously have a tribal court,
And tribal court doesn't do criminal matters.
but still,
They only do family court.
that's what I do on the res shouldn't be the government's fucking business.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the whole problem.
Yeah, that's our whole problem.
That's the whole problem.
Take it from me. You're better off at the Bombay court anyway.
Yeah, my lawyer's gonna
Yeah.
probably do pretty well.
The
in
Mohawk
this
judge would
case.
probably like grill you worse.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
Mohawk.
Well, yeah, because I got a lot of people have a biased opinion about me from probably like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we heard those powder stories, so
yeah.
I can imagine.
It was the best. It wasn't the best. Don't listen to me. Let's not talk about that right now. We have younger people here that probably shouldn't even know what the word is or what we're talking about. We went over this our last episode that I was on.
The last 2 episodes you were on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, we're trying to promote happiness.
We've covered
and
skiing.
without.
We're trying to promote growth.
Exactly.
Yes, because I've come a very long way in the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. And that's why we have Kawenniosta here, because she's making the way, I think. And she's had her own run-ins with the law, with the white man's law.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? I got pulled over. What were we on? Route 88 and like
On the way back from Albany.
Schenectady or something, and my kids were totally prepared because they're like, oh shit, you know, like we're getting pulled over. Like it was so.
Milana and Bub were on the floor sleeping. They're like, get up, we're getting pulled over.
No, but we get pulled over, and I'm like, after it was all said and done, I'm like, and he let us go with nothing. I'm like, holy shit, that was like the calmest freaking police encounter I've had in like 10 years. Like the dude was totally understanding, and
Yeah.
yeah, I
That's
mean,
awesome, though.
didn't give us no tickets, and there was no like arguing and no.
He didn't even grab your license.
Oh, I didn't have my license. I
yeah,
didn't have my
but he didn't
registration.
Holy-
I didn't have
Jeez, you
like.
go that far with.
Yeah, I didn't have a few things, and I didn't really know what was gonna happen, but we kind of had to put up our little thing over our car.
Your
and-
energy of
yeah,
protection.
Yeah, it worked.
It worked.
It worked.
Was he like, ma'am, do you know how fast you're going?
No, he was like, "Ma'am, did you know you have a tail light out?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that happened yesterday. I'm not used to my new driveway, and I just ran into the electric pole." And he was like, "Oh, okay, you just moved." And I'm like, "Yep." And then he says, "Well, your other light is out too." And I'm like, oh, "Okay, yeah, we just went and we were looking for parts, but they didn't have it." He was like, "Okay."
Nice. He didn't even give you a fix-it ticket.
No, he didn't give me a fix-it
Hey,
ticket.
that's all right.
And my kids were shocked
Yeah.
because they're used to the
Locals?
Yeah, they're used to local Aquas.
The local yokels?
Yeah, yeah, border everything. So it was like really, they were really. That was something when we drove away. Like even my kids realized, like, and I think that's pretty bad if the kids even know. Like
Right.
that was a really calm experience.
Yeah. What's that say about things?
Yeah. Right.
I wish I had that calm of an experience with my last encounter with police.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I have zero faith in tribal police now.
Yeah. Well, I like your DIY ethic, though. You know, I think we do. You
It
know,
works.
I do think that if there was, it's a deterrent if every man and woman in the community is looking out and willing to do something. That's a way bigger deterrent than a few guys who can't possibly be everywhere all the time and are bound by codes and strictures from the outside.
Yeah, they took oath to somebody that isn't of their people, so they're bounded. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're not willing to.
When they wake up every morning and they open their eyes, they're a citizen of Canada or the United States. They are not Ongwehue.
Yeah, that's the thing is we like to have this fiction that, well, these are our cops, and no, some of them are our people, but like their law that they serve and what they're bound to isn't here, and isn't something we developed locally. And
I think I don't know. I think probably the only way for that to happen is we really have to start from the top and work down, not from the bottom up.
mm-hmm.
So there's like, I wouldn't say vigilante justice is for everybody.
But it's for you.
I mean, I wasn't even trying to do that, you know. I mean, I was trying to assist them to do it the right way, and they couldn't. Like, I literally, they had him.
Yeah.
And then he turned around, did a little tiny 3-point turn so slow in front of them.
Oh, really?
Like, hi, I'm going back to Snai. and they just yell at him.
Hey, stop.
And it was, fuck man, it was funny. It was just like, it was frustrating because how are we not going to be able to do anything as citizens of here to make sure that we're safe if...
You're not a citizen. Don't call yourself a citizen.
Okay, a resident of Kawenniosta. You know, how are we supposed to be? You know, I'm like, how are we supposed to depend on these people to keep us safe if they're not even keeping me safe? I had 100% solid proof, and you could have arrested him probably 10 times. The 10 times that I told you throughout the 24 hours it took me to actually find him in person.
Right. It seems like, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, but that's the system. That's what it's designed to do. Like, in our minds, it's supposed to be protect and serve and all of that, but it's backwards, right?
Yeah.
And it's just it's a
my
belief that we have that, oh, well, let's call the cops because they're going to help us. But really, you know, again, they're bound by outside law, and it's not really there to serve us.
I think it's going to get to the point because it just happened again.
I did.
Night.
You were mentioning something.
Yep, it just happened again last night down St. A gentleman just saw somebody that looked very suspicious sitting down at the point. And just pretty sure he just went up to question him. You know, he had a bag. Doesn't look like he's technically from our area or he's not known, you know. So he goes up to ask, and I guess one thing led to another. That guy pulled out a weapon. He goes to defend himself, one of our people, and Uckwees come and arrest him and his wife.
Yeah, and that guy was, you know, we are talking about different sides of the fake border, whether it's fake to us, but it's not fake to come election time and to the guys with the armies. So according to the Indian Act of Canada, you see someone who's just not allowed on the res or who's not from there.
Right.
Like, that guy should have been removed immediately. So.
But, like, how are you going to charge? Because allegedly, from what I heard, is that guy got away before the Uckwees even showed up. So they don't even got another statement from the other guy. They just got our guy's statement.
Hey, no victim, no crime.
Exactly. That's what it should be, right? Or
I
something.
believe that's what it is, actually.
Well, then where the fuck did this guy go? How did he get away? If he's the one that's pulling out weapons on with kids around again, you know, it's our children. It's not like these police forces that we have are not really policing in the way that we probably were really hoping they would when they were first put in place about fucking, I don't know, not too long ago, right?
No, it wasn't that long ago.
Can I point something out real quick? You feel the energy, like how it brings us down. It creates a lot of like anger, frustration, disempowerment.
Yes.
Like that's what else it does. That's what else it does to our people, to our spirits.
Draining,
yeah.
And I think that's why probably I acted out.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy hasn't been really seen anywhere since this.
Well, I'm going to congratulate you, Debo.
Yeah.
You did the right thing. You're going to get in trouble for it.
Yes.
You did the right thing.
I
You know
appreciate you.
Screw-
Let's cheers on that.
Yeah. Screw what the haters say.
Yeah.
Let's bring it up. We can act, And if enough of us act, fuck them.
They can't arrest all of us.
They can't arrest all of us. Just the cool ones.
Yeah. Just the well-known ones that are actually good-hearted, I guess. I don't know, man. It's just, this is like it feels like a dream. And I'm just like, what I want to do is act out again just to prove to them that's not even like close to how easy I can grab somebody that's wanted by the rest of the community. But now if I even try that, they're watching my ass like fucking.
Are they?
Oh, yeah.
I think you should order some black armor and like a cape.
Watching your ass like OnlyFans?
I bet you if I make one of them's going to have to fucking start paying for it to see what I'm actually showing on there, use it for evidence. So,
hey, there you go.
I mean, when they let him get away, they let him drive all the way down Cook Road to the end of Phillips Road.
Oh.
And I showed up probably like maybe 30 seconds to a minute later. I wasn't going as fast as them because they were fucking flying. And I pull up next to Lieutenant's car, and I see fucking the guy that was driving the suspect down. And I fucking start yelling at him. The report says I told him I was going to kick his fucking ass.
Yeah.
And that I knew him, that he was with him, which probably was true. Both statements. But it's alleged.
Yeah.
And then I started walking down the end of Phillips Road to the Canadian side because I was going after the guy that I was after, because since they can't, fuck it, I'm gonna. Which I should have.
Yeah.
But
then you could have got away with it from them on the Canadian side.
Yeah. But I was trying to be the good guy, but then one of the what are they, patrolmen? Yeah, they're called patrolmen. Fucking tries to yell at me, get back here.
Yeah.
I fucking turn around and fuck you. I know what the fuck I'm doing. And then Teddy Cook tries to say, get in your truck now. I fucking look at him. Fuck you. You're not even tough. He's like, you're under arrest. I'm like, all right then, let's go. Like, fuck. Yeah, I really thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, they sure do hate it when you do their job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all an ego.
It is,
trip.
right? It's
yeah.
ego trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely what it was, bro. I mean, I put
It
them
almost
in their
always
place.
is, though.
Well, because I knew what I was doing.
Exactly.
You know? Like, you can't fucking go after him. I'll drag that motherfucker back to you.
Right.
And you just stop me.
Yeah.
Regardless if he has a pistol or not, man. I don't know. I've been shot at before. Most people like that don't know how to shoot a gun properly, and it's gonna miss me even if I'm 2 feet in fucking front of them. By then, I'm fucking pounding the shit out of them.
Yeah.
We'll cut that out. Yeah. So, venting. A venti from Starbucks.
A venti. So how do we lift ourselves up?
Well, first we need to get rid of the lifted
Oh,
over
the
there.
energy.
That's the shit.
What is that?
C4.
Oh, C4. I have no idea about that stuff.
I don't know. You're supposed to drink it before the gym, but I don't go to the gym too often anymore.
But it's
or at all.
Hold it up to the camera. It says Nation's Heroes on the front of it.
Yeah. See, I'm one of them.
See, I think that.
Ice.
Yeah.
0 sugar.
You know what? Maybe now this is what the Trump guys are talking about. They want like justice, like how I get now and stuff.
I think they want that with like white hoods, though.
Yeah, I'm not down with the white hoods, but I'll investigate.
I mean, the white.
Let's see. It's Super Brain Performance.
It's an interesting logo on the side of that. Let me see that.
Yeah, man.
Check this out. I've seen a symbol.
Oh, I just noticed
I've
that.
seen a symbol like that before.
Holy fuck. And it's 3 of them.
This is how you know.
No, it's only supposed to be 2, right?
It's only supposed to be 2, and they're black.
Okay.
It's awful close, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is vitamins and caffeine.
Oh, okay.
It's overdose of lots of vitamins. And
Does it make your piss turn like Gatorade color?
Yeah, it's altering your DNA.
I don't know. Fuck it, give me an enema with it. I'm just kidding.
That's on your OnlyFans.
Yeah. I'm giving out details. This is how I'm going to pay for my lawyer, guys. It costs a lot. Unfortunately, my charges aren't.
Yeah. Let's show for the Debo Defense Fund. Oh shit! Look at that. Why do I adjust this when I'm on camera? There we go. So how can we raise his vibration once the can of stuff
Gets out of his system.
Don't say drugs.
I mean, it's a little too late, though, right? No, but you know what? They're not drugs, first of all, because you told me you ate some gummies, right?
Yeah.
Do you have intention when you eat gummies?
Yes. It's for my mental health.
But do you speak into it? Do you put intention into your
Yes.
gummy? Yeah.
Yes, pretty much. Like, because if I don't, like, there's actually times, like, it's funny that you talk about that because there's times where I'll even eat like 1,500 milligrams.
Holy fuck, I'll probably fucking die and come back. I don't even know if I'll come back. But.
Like, usually I get freaking swamped off of that. Like, I'm done. Like, and there's times where I just eat them just for the, I guess, the recreational effect, and they don't work as well.
Would you say recreational effect is like a Band-Aid effect? Like, just Band-Aiding whatever's happening?
In a sense, I want to say. No, because, I don't know. See, it's still mind-altering, though. See, that's why I'm saying, like, I still use cannabis as an, like, we actually spoke about this on the last podcast I was on. Like, I don't consider myself, like, just like as somebody would be taking some type of medicine, say, and it makes them feel a different way. They take them right most of the time, and then sometimes they take more just to feel better.
Wait, are we talking about synthetics, or are we talking about
It's
like
just like that's
plant
kind of like
medicine?
both.
Okay.
So that, like, I use plant medicine, but as a daily medicinal thing. But then there's also times where I'll use it as an intoxicant.
So for both reasons.
Right, but it's mostly medicinal. I try not to overindulge with cannabis because I've learned my lesson of tolerance and money. It gets very expensive when you start eating thousands of milligrams a day.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. My gummies last me like 3 months. So.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
How much are your gummies?
They're like between 10 and 25 milligrams,
So
but
no.
even the 25, I just take pieces. So that's why it lasts so long, though.
I take one hit and I'm high.
No, I don't smoke. So
No.
I smoke a lot.
Yeah.
When you use it for intoxication, how does that influence your relationship with the medicine? Like, does that influence the times when you have an intention to use it as medicine? Or does it?
Well, how I started cannabis was first used the wrong way as an intoxicant. And I started using it medicinally 5 years ago. September 9th will be 5 years that I've been off of alcohol and cocaine and all those other drugs. So, I mean, I overindulged in it just so I wouldn't go out and do the other stuff. So I didn't want to, like, I feel in a sense like but I only used it to that extent for a period of time. Now I don't even smoke anywhere or use anywhere near as much as that anymore. It's just more, I got more calm with it, and like I said, started using it really medicinally and not just because I want to keep smoking all day and just to numb myself, you know. I at least get to feel myself.
And that's what growth looks like, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, because there was times I was smoking a quarter pound a week, like I said, eating thousands of milligrams a day. So I don't even know how I was able to afford it, but I made it work.
Well, now you're buying the law. That costs way more than weed.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So the growth and intention, that's somewhere to keep going, right?
Yeah, always. I
Yeah.
mean, we're going to be growing and hopefully having intentions for the rest of our lives. you
Yeah,
know?
I mean, always have good intentions with everything that you do. That's kind of like where I am in my life. Like, I don't want to do anything with a bad intention or even to downgrade myself Just because we're too old for that shit, man. And this world is coming to a selfish world. And we need more people that are willing to not gatekeep and actually help the community and not just sit back and try and look for the profit, which is, I've seen that in our community quite a bit. They see dollar signs and that's all they want. I don't charge anything, to go up to people's business and pop up. It's just, one hand washes the other. I'm not gonna. I'll give you food, and just let me cook out here.
Right.
Because I'll bring you business as well.
That seems successful.
Reciprocity.
Yeah, reciprocity.
Yeah.
We have reciprocal relationships, friendships, family relationships, and
those are the ones that we're gonna need the most when all shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
Honestly, because these other people obviously are selfish. They're gonna be all for themselves. They don't know how to even take care of somebody else. It's not in them.
Yeah, and they seem to want to gather authority to themselves or money to themselves. It's all the same, right?
Right.
It's to hoard, even the idea of justice, to hoard that.
Just like she was saying, the system, this whole policing, it's just the same thing. It's
all capitalism.
It's all monetary. That's all. There's nothing else behind a lot of these laws except for a monetary object. They want to get your money. They want to get whatever you have.
That's like the whole world we live in, because that's the same thing with health care.
Exactly. And look at how successful my business has gotten just since May.
Yeah, you're on there all the time.
Yeah,
selling out regularly before I get there.
I don't have a DBA through the tribe. So it's now it seems like my name's getting tarnished so fast just because I've become a better person.
Yeah.
But I have so many people behind my back, more than I thought I did. People that I wouldn't say I thought they hated me, but didn't really care for me.
Yeah.
Or
well, sometimes you don't even have to like someone, but if you like what they do, if you're a real person, you might think, yeah, that guy's, weird, but, I like what they're doing. So, you don't have to just love someone.
What should I do besides that? Then should I just move out of my house then and go back to Canada?
Not yet. Wait till sentencing first.
Yeah, wait till sentencing. I'm down for that.
Wait to find out.
Yeah.
Can I pop a house up in your backyard?
Quebec's right there. There's a man living in your woods.
Yeah.
No way. While I'm eating a carnita.
Yeah. Fucking right. Yeah, man. I'll even cook. I'll cook for everybody. Right at the border. Man, like the border people down at the southern border there in Texas.
Yeah.
They have fucking whole shops right at the border coming back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
There you go. You go on those busy days. You can set up on the island.
I'm just gonna fucking set up right there, Dundee.
So, what are some things you can do to continue on this trip? Because you're I notice you're doing things. It's cool. I'm a fan.
Okay, what are you noticing?
I'm noticing you're building a community, sort of like a farm, and you had a festival recently. I wish I could have made it, but I couldn't. I had too much shit going on.
Yeah, total props to Liv over here. She totally made that happen. Yeah, I was really busy on the farm, so I was just kind of this is Liv's department.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a festival a few weeks ago. Yeah. As our second time doing it, I joined the team 6 months ago though, so I wasn't there for the first one.
Maybe a little what is the team like?
Yeah, what is the team?
Oh. Okay.
I don't know what your team is. Can Debo be on your team when he runs?
Yeah.
I got a fast truck. I won't run.
I work for the Waterfall Unity Alliance, which is kind of the fiscal
sponsor, I guess.
Sponsor of the self-back, not land back movement of the Kawenniosta people and families coming back to the homelands in Schoharie or Schoharie Valley to kind of start that. Well, it's been started before, but this is the first time with the purchase of Yojit Jizu Forever Farm. It's the land where an ancestral Turtle Clan village was. And it's right across from Roman's Nose is what it's called, but that's where. Yeah. So and that they were able to purchase that with the concert from last year.
Yeah. So last year we had our first concert, and well, a little bit. Let's back up a little bit more. So, we are a part of the Waterfall Unity Alliance, which is based out of Schoharie Valley on our ancestral homelands, and it's about 40 minutes from Albany. Ganatjohalege is about 50 minutes on the other side of the mountain in Mohawk Valley. We're across the highway in Schoharie Valley on the Turtle Clan village, and then Cherry Hills, is it Cherry Valley? Cherry Valley?
Cherry Valley, I think.
Cherry Valley is another 40 minutes where the Wolf Clan village is. And so the actual site that we're on has been a working 60-acre berry farm for the past 60 plus years. Has been getting extorted and just pesticides, heavily like polluted and whatnot, but like people don't really care about that stuff. So we have like 8 different berries every day. It's like a new thing popping up because I've never been a berry farmer before. So I'll go out and next thing you know, I'm like, holy shit, there's cherries. I didn't even know. I've never even seen a cherry tree, right? So it's like overly exciting for me, just to see all these different fruits popping up and at different stages and watching them all grow. And so anyways, we bought the farm. We were able to raise $875,000 last year in a matter of
3 months.
3 months.
Or
and
2.
It was 3, about 3, yeah. And we purchased that farm. It just happened to be up for sale. We knew that there was a Turtle Clan village that was there prior. And I don't really know the exact numbers as far as how many years it's been since our people have been there. Something like 500 years, maybe, longer. I don't have an exact number, but we got the farm, and we had a project manager staying there over the winter, like renovating the farmhouse and whatnot. And to be honest, I didn't think I was gonna really really live there. I was just, the house was in really horrible condition, like real
energetically,
bad. Energetically,
yeah. Because energetically manifested physically really bad. It was. I didn't want to be there when I first went there.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have moved in.
Yeah, and so when I got there in April, me and the kids went, and the more time I spent there was like, the more like the messages, the visions, like everything was like, you have to be here, like you gotta be here. Because I was trying to go live in the mountains someplace like down the road, or I didn't really want to have, I didn't want the other thing too is I didn't want people to have access to me and my children, like with the people coming in, because it's a U-pick farm. And that's really exhausting to me to have to explain, because people are really excited about, there's Kawenniosta people back, and they want to know all kinds of things, and it's like I have to repeat myself. So I'm like, yo, I am not doing this farm stand, because we have a farm stand too. So yeah, so we're there, and it's happening, and
yeah. Oh, well, there's also a longhouse being built.
Oh yeah.
And I live by the longhouse, in an off-grid yurt. It's like 20 foot off-grid yurt.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool to live in a space that doesn't have angles. A circular environment.
Yeah.
It's
really hard to hang pictures too, right?
Yeah, that too. Yeah. And it smells like, I feel like I smell like a horse all the time, because they use horsehair and.
Oh yeah, it's got the walls are made out of like wool.
Okay, so it's a legit one.
It's a legit, yeah.
It's not like
beautiful.
just a hippie yurt.
No, it's beautiful, yeah.
You're supposed to step in with your right foot.
Oh really?
Yeah. There's a whole teaching with it.
Yeah.
Did you get that from Groovy Yurts?
Yes.
Okay, just wondering.
Why is it like not? Is he full of shit?
No, he's for real.
Oh, okay.
That's why. Groovy Yurts. It's out of Alexandria, Ontario. It's like half an hour from here.
Okay, yeah, I know where Alexandria
Yeah,
is
yeah,
now.
Our listeners might not.
Yeah,
I'm talking to you, listener. Free plug.
Yeah.
Groovy Yurts. They're
Start
groovy.
Googling shit.
Yeah.
The owner, he drove his semi truck out, and he came right out and brought us a platform, and we had gotten the yurt actually off Facebook Marketplace. Somebody in Pennsylvania had bought it, and then with all their permits in their area, they couldn't put it up. So we bought it off Facebook and went and picked it up, and we called Groovy Yurts, and then they drove out and showed us like how to put it together. So he told us that it takes him 30 minutes to put those things up. It took us like 6
minutes?
6 hours.
Oh, 6 hours. That sounds
yeah. I'm like,
that's like when it takes me 30 minutes to do something. Yeah. No, it actually takes like 6 hours.
That's ADHD for me. Yeah, so bad. I need a lot of different things to do throughout the day, not just one. If you give me one thing, I'm gonna take all day to do it.
Yeah.
yeah.
How is it down there? Like, how do you deal with permitting and all that stuff, or do you just ignore it?
Well, we want to ignore it, but we can't because of our non-profit title.
Okay, but we're on 2 separate pieces of properties, so
soil.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so like where she's at, it's more about permits and right? And
it's legit.
Yeah, and where I am, it's
Gone.
like that too, but I'm just like, fuck the police, fuck the permits.
I feel that.
See why I have you both here?
Yeah.
This is fuck the police towner today.
I mean, if you want to risk your own life to do something, that should be up to you, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm saying you can't tell me that this isn't my land.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't tell me this isn't where I'm from.
Right.
And now I'm just home now.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
back to business.
I mean, now, once that's the, like, I don't know, the whole thing with, I know there's other people too that have moved away from here and have done the whole, like, sovereign thing and tried to use their old law ways of life and laws, but it's not working out for them.
Well, a lot of our ways and our so-called laws have been incorporated, and that's why it doesn't work out for us anymore, or it hasn't been.
Yeah.
And that's also part of the whole thing. And like we talked about this before in the other podcast about corporations and me always fighting corporations and then having to twist my arm to become one, or so right now, because we don't have the money to buy 60 acres of land or 130 acres of land or 400 acres of land. Right. We kind of had to use Waterfowl Unity Alliance, just so we can get established, get what we need. We haven't gotten any federal grants or anything like that. It's mostly, I can't say the word.
Yeah. Philanthropies.
Yeah, I've been calling them flounders, so that's what I call them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Philanderers? Wait, that's something else.
Yeah.
Philanthropy.
Yeah, so right now we're just kind of using Waterfowl to kind of, for our fiscal sponsor so we can receive the money. And then until we get enough of our people to, reestablish something
Move down.
and break away from that whole system and really learning to go back to our old ways and trying to heal our nervous systems, and it's been totally working. I mean, it's beautiful there.
Yeah, I could imagine. I've seen pictures of it now that I have Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
After like 4 years.
It's fun, right? You get to follow the journey.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of what you're doing, big time, and I'm a fan of more people. Like it should, there's room for many communities, and boots on the ground mean a lot more than, well wishing and support.
Mm-hmm.
But real support is like boots on the ground,
Yeah,
hands
for
in the
sure,
dirt.
for sure. Because it's like
physical.
I've been, nonstop since April, and now I'm really starting to feel, holy shit, I can't believe I've been maintaining this 60 acres. And yeah, we got a shitload of weeds, but I mean, the motto now is weed and eat.
A shitload of weed. That's how we're gonna make this money. First comes that, then the bingo.
Slot machines in the bingo hall. Let's do this. I'm down.
Yeah, maybe that can go someplace else.
That's right,
Oh,
somewhere.
yeah.
That can go someplace else.
All right.
That'll go to my place across
I'm
the river.
not down with like 1,000 weed shops. Maybe one.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think even with that though,
Yeah.
the education part and teaching people about intention, right? And that's the thing about the farm and us being there is we're in a constant state of gratitude. We're, you know, and that was the other part of this whole thing is this year, some of the people that we work with, because they come from outside world, because they're not Ungwahuma, they weren't raised the way we were. It was like, because it's a working berry farm. It was a business. The locals have been coming there for years, and they've been having a really hard time this year because I've kind of slowed it right down. Because I want to learn the land too. Like, yeah, I know you've been coming here for 60 plus years, but my people haven't been here in 500. So, you know, 1 year is not going to hurt you. You know, like exactly. This is for my people right now to reconnect.
Do they have a bit of that entitlement? Like,
oh my,
like
they ask about the pricing, complain about the pricing.
No, yeah, that entitlement is something else.
Well, the stories cost extra.
Do they say? I used to hear this when I used to work at the cigarette shops here and there. I thought you guys are supposed to be cheaper. I fucking hate that. You guys hear that one? No.
No, I said yeah. I've heard that about tomatoes.
Oh yeah.
Because I guess the farmer before grew shitloads of tomatoes. And so we've been getting a lot of people coming like, so you have no tomatoes? Like, why don't you have tomatoes? We come here all the time to get tomatoes. And it's like, well, because I'm not going to give you tomatoes that was grown in Roundup.
Yeah.
You know, heavily like...
Yeah, and it's going to take a transition time. A
Yeah.
farm doesn't go from
yes.
chemical to organic immediately.
Yeah, and so that's the other part of it is regenerating the soil, planting cover crops, where you plant buckwheat. And I'm not a fan of soy, but we did lease out a few parcels because it was just way too much to manage. Like, there's a cherry orchard, there's an apple orchard, there's probably like 10 rows of blueberries that are, I don't know if I don't even know the distance, but as long as the driveway, okay?
Wow.
Like, it's long.
Wow, okay, so that's pretty long.
Yeah.
So you guys actually
15 acres of strawberries. And
did you say 15 acres?
Yes, of strawberries. Yeah.
I'll blend right in.
Square Valley? Yeah, you would actually.
But no, it's been a really like I can't really say it enough of how much gratitude just pours out of me every day, all day long, because you know, just the fact that I'm back there, my kids are there, there's no freaking police. Like, we pass police on the road and we don't have to look in our rear view mirrors to see if they're gonna pull us over. Like, that stress and anxiety, like, it's just, it's non-existent. Except for right now because my tail light's broken, but
I know a guy that knows how to fix tail lights.
Yeah, I unfortunately know how to do all kinds of stuff.
Actually, my
ADHD.
dad just fixed it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I hyperfixate. I know quite a bit about cars for somebody that doesn't know about cars, I guess. I can fix stuff.
Yeah, so my kids are just, you know, running around free. And it's really nice. Sometimes they're up early in the mornings riding their bikes back there because it's like they have like a whole track, you know, like where people would drive down to pick berries in different patches and whatnot. And we had to put a gate up too. That was the other thing.
Well, people just help themselves over there, right?
Yeah, so we had to put a gate up. And we have 2 greenhouses, and the kids have been growing food, and all their extra food goes into the farm stand, and it's been really nice. And we're on our 2nd cycle of growing right now.
That's what I was trying to do years ago, but obviously can't do it all alone.
Right.
Well, we're doing it alone.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, you pussy.
I know, right?
But with all what you were talking about with the foreign entities and all that in specific, I'm from Onondaga, so it doesn't feel as cluttered and low vibrational I mean, it's definitely, you know, it's hard, but when you're surrounded by all of that, it lowers our frequency, and so it can be hard to like set your mind to that kind of stuff.
Right.
And
Just because it's kind
get
of
away from,
it's instilled in us.
because it's yeah.
It's the cloud. When you're away from here for a while,
Oh yeah.
you come back and you notice it, the cloud, and I don't know what it is. It's our combined trauma.
Well, I didn't really notice that. I mean, I always knew there was a cloud, but I didn't actually feel it until I was away for a little while. And then this summer we came back and we're sitting in line at customs for like half hour. And then I noticed how I was freaking miserable for the rest of the day after that, because I had to sit in that line. And then I'm like, holy shit. Like, I didn't realize the anxiety that it gives me having to sit in that line, having to say, and then they're going to ask me like, so where you headed? And I'm just like, wherever the fuck my car takes me.
That's my problem with the customs too.
Yeah.
And I get in trouble with my mouth because I hate them just as bad as the tribals now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I love that question when they're like, how often do you cross? I don't fucking know when I need to.
Meanwhile, they have a
like,
computer in front of them that says how often you cross.
Exactly. So that's why I'm like, because I don't know when the fuck I'm crossing. I can't even tell you. I probably just crossed 2 days ago, and I can't even tell you if I did or not. You know what I mean? I don't look at the border as a fucking authority to me. You know, you guys are just in my fucking way.
I just don't feel like fighting with you today,
yeah, you're lucky. You're lucky. I've changed the past few years.
Yeah.
I'm not a...
Yeah.
I'm less confrontational now, but I am very protective. I would say I don't like nobody fucking with me and my family and friends. If you come too close with being dumb, you'll fuck around. You'll find out.
Yeah.
And I don't like that side of me. I was supposed to leave that part of me a long time ago.
It's the fight or flight.
Now,
It's in it more.
Now I feel like I have to get away from here just to be able to feel fucking some type of freedom. Because everywhere I turn, there's fucking tribals.
That's kind of like what we hope to create out there. Like, we have another 9 acres up in the mountain that we still haven't really did anything with.
Right.
And we wanted to have like a men's camp, or have the men come and clear that out, work the land, and let us know how can we help you. Like, what is it that you need to make this happen for you guys, you know, and like have a space for you. And then even that mountain across the road, Romans knows, it's also known as the Great Corn Mountain. And it's kind of like Azure Mountain. Like, you Google it and it's like a tourist attraction, right?
Okay.
That used to be our men's lookout. So the men would go up there. They could see all across the valley. They could see if there was danger coming or whoever was coming. And it's literally right there across the road. Like, it's right there across the road. Like, we don't get cell service because of that mountain, which is cool with me. But it's like, you know, every day I look up there and it's like, what would it be like for our men to reclaim that mountain, reclaim self, you know, and restore that balance within themselves, you know, and not that the women need to be working on the land or anything, or down in the gardens or anything. And I'm not saying that's just for us, but, you know, that's something that we love to do, nurturing, right? And nurturing the land down there and use her up there. And we're all kind of restoring balance within ourselves, and we don't have to chase money, right? But if we have to become self-sufficient first.
That's always what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I've been trying to keep my money local just so that we can try and, like with my business, just so that we could try to see somebody be able to use the money that's making a little more than I am, and try and make some sustainability in here, because that little farm that they have right now that the tribe did isn't really doing too much either. I feel like you drive by and it kind of looks sad at times.
Which one?
Isn't that the one over on 95 by Gastoa?
Oh no, that's not.
Oh,
theirs.
that's
not theirs?
No, that's Ungwes, and I'm
Yeah.
actually a part of that group too.
Yeah.
And so, because I don't really know what's happening at the moment, but I know A lot of our women are pregnant right now, and within that group, so it's kind of hard to be out there. We kind of had to tell my uncle to take it easy because he's a really hard worker.
These guys run themselves into death.
Yell at some of us.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's always open. It's been open.
I didn't know whose it was. So.
Yeah, it was a community garden, and really all that we asked was that you come in and help us weed, because it was organic. It was all organic seeds. It still is.
Get me and my little brother out there.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. It's still there. Go get it.
Yeah, I'll make him do something besides help me all the time with my food. I could pick his own.
Well, I think like so sometimes people just don't know. Like
Yeah.
that's what I find as like people just don't know. Even though we have all these ways to contact one another now, they just don't know what's happening here in Uncle Zest. And there's a lot happening. I've been around the Confederacy. There's a lot happening. Mohawks do a lot of shit. Yeah. Like y'all are lazy. All you other people, it's not you. You don't count. You're on board. You're probably Mohawk too. So
no. Oh, no,
somewhere.
Oh, close enough. It's like Mohawk, but you talk faster. Yeah. All y'all, you fucking stop with those annuity checks and let's get to work.
Borrow 22 when you get it.
More like 75,000 or 7,500.
7,500 at least is what I'm trying to get up with in the next 2 weeks.
I'll release this one sooner so that people see it. And, so you're right now. You guys are working the farm, and you're traveling back and forth. Are you looking for people to join you, or what do you?
Yeah.
Because I see you. First of all, I see you lighter. Not like like I could see it. Like.
Yeah.
You like less. Mad.
It's not that late either.
I was listening to him talk about his how he's not so confrontational anymore, and I was thinking about myself because I've always been really. I don't try to be. I guess I just am.
It's been a while since you turned your van sideways on the road.
Yeah.
It's very natural for me to not like authority, and because I grew up in Syracuse most of my life, and I grew up on Seymour Street. You're familiar with it, so. I was the only, I guess what they would say, the white-looking guy in my neighborhood. So I had to really handle my own for a long time, and I think that's just left a strong fighter in me. And I don't know. I noticed that getting beat up isn't that bad. You can always fight back later. I found that out. So yeah, it's just kind of made me like now it's just calm. Like there's no reason for me to be tough. Like I'm usually the funny guy. I don't have to be a big tough guy anymore. There's no reason for it. Like, and now I guess that's all I'm gonna be.
There you go.
Viewed as.
I don't know. Most people are in their own head. They're not really paying too much.
Based off assumptions.
Yeah.
And we can only meet others as far as they met themselves. So who gives a shit?
That's
exactly.
True.
See?
I mean, I know what I'm doing. I know where it came from. So you're right about that.
Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, one real friend is better than 10 fake ones, right?
I probably only have one person that I hang out with outside of podcasts.
The podcast room brings together. We gather the masses here.
Yeah.
It's a holy space.
It's just like I said, I'm too old for that shit, man. I just want to focus on being comfortable. And this place really is uncomfortable at the moment.
It will pass. It will pass.
It will pass, but...
You know how it works. They'll throw out 3 of those charges, and then...
And I just got to pay them a couple more $1,000.
Yeah, exactly. And then you end up with fucking probation for the next 4 years.
Then I'll be living under Racket Bridge.
The taco man under the bridge.
Right. Just me and my barbecue.
You'd be living in the barns at 37C at Unkwe.
Hell yeah, I probably would.
I saw that they fixed those barns, and I'm like, now I have no excuse for the barn across, just over there.
I haven't even been over there, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. So your project, you're looking for people to join, or how's that? How's that work? What's your process?
Okay, so talking about this whole big cloud here, right?
Yeah.
And I've been
Yeah.
really thinking about this, and I haven't really come to a full, not really set in stone or anything, but I've been really thinking about what the process is gonna look like. And I'm not trying to control anybody, but it's like, and there's no buts. It's just the cloud that we're talking about, the lower vibration, people living from pain, you know, not repeating cycles, not being able to open their heart space. If you want to come and be with us, you have to be committed to doing your inner work, you know, because otherwise we can stay home for all this bullshit and drama and whatnot, you know. Like I really want to create the space for our people to really have a safe place to reflect and to do that work that's needed and learn how to open that heart space so that we can come to a consensus as a people.
Right.
You know, because a lot of us is operating from our ego minds. We can't come to a consensus as a people, as a confederacy, as a community, as really a lot of things, you know, and we're all operating from pain, most of us.
Try and be at peace with yourself.
Yeah.
But then it's like, I'm also not going to say you have to be committed to doing your inner work, and then you get out there and you're like, yeah, I really want to do this, and then I'm not going to just leave you sitting there like because you don't know what to do. So
I'm ready.
Like,
how?
Yeah, so like developing that whole what that can look like for somebody, and just, you know, I think it's so important for us to reconnect with a part of our homelands. I know our homelands go all the way across Turtle's Back, but you know, in this one particular place, it's just really magical, and I really feel like a wizard lately, like just with my wand and just things popping up. And
Are you gonna start dressing weird?
No.
You should.
Did you go back to buckskin?
Would I?
I don't know.
No,
Did
linen.
you?
Linen.
Oh,
Linen, yeah.
Linen feels awesome, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
linen, yeah.
You feel like
And
a goddamn samurai or something.
Yeah, but you know what? We should start making it though.
Yeah. Out of hemp?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
I mean, we could though.
Because all this material is all synthetic materials blocking the light, right?
That's true.
You know, so if we grew our hemp,
Yeah.
and like high vibrational hemp,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
we made textiles, we made
Yeah.
clothes, like that'd be some fucking cool shit.
I'm
we
gonna-
could hide actual cannabis in between the hemp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You use the whole plant.
I'll just yeah.
We'll just use the whole plant.
We can make gas, diesel
Yeah.
fuel for our vehicles.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fucking A, hippie paradise.
We could figure out how to make those hemp blocks that are like fireproof.
Hempcrete?
Those are cool. I know a little
Yeah.
bit about that.
Well, what the fuck are you doing?
Teaching yoga.
I've actually been trying to get into that, and fuck, I don't have the brain for it.
I'll tell you who to talk to. After.
My third eye.
Well, no, I have to give you a guy.
Don't give me somebody. What is he, like a slave or something?
No. Not yet.
Why are you trying to give me people?
Yeah.
Somebody crawling out the Quebec side of the woods.
Yeah, right. I almost made a racist joke right there. I won't, because we're vibrating high today.
I felt one coming.
But doesn't it feel cool when you're wearing linen and it gets windy? You just, ooh, and your hair's going. Yeah, there you go, right? Your whole body's just tingling.
Well, I don't know. I've been using the treadmill a lot more lately, and that's...
Yeah.
I need to start punching stuff.
Yeah. I mean, no. Try the linen. Like, just let your hair down. Just think about it. Let your beard grow out. Get a stick.
Every time I let it grow out...
Well, keep it like trimmed and maintained though.
Yeah.
This is
But,
like
like-
the shortest it's been in years. Let me see myself. Hit that button.
I can only do two things.
Yeah, this is like the shortest it's been in a long
Yeah.
time. I usually have it down to my chest.
Yeah. See? Wizard.
Oh yeah, that's all right. Except I ain't got
And my
that
hair is like
facial hair.
almost to my
No.
ass too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty long.
Yeah.
Me standing on top of that mountain would be very stoic and probably intimidating to white people.
Yeah, with your hair flowing.
Mm-hmm. With your linen on?
With
yeah.
your linen on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Jesus though, wrapped
Shit.
around like a...
Yeah, like a Jedi.
Yeah. I'm down.
You can put some beadwork on there.
Fuck
like,
yeah.
Fucking right.
Some mala beads.
Wampum only. Wampum and turquoise and silver.
That's the other thing to the project too.
Yeah.
Is, kind of like reestablishing connections to other nations around us, like
Right.
Going back to our trade routes and inviting other people who maybe are in like Long Island, say, you know, I didn't realize that. I mean, it makes sense. I just never really thought about it. But a lot of the medicines that they usually pick don't grow over there. And we have it where we are. And then some things that we want doesn't grow where we are. So, like, you know, inviting them to come pick medicine and harvest, because we have an abundance of plant medicine where we are too. Yeah. And just kind of, you know, like sharing food.
Right.
You know, we had the Guatemalan and Mexican families come, and they came and they picked berries and they bought them. It wasn't like coming, not like that. But, but it was
they
like
come with their wampum and their
but I mean, like
13 beads.
I just want to share food, right? So I'm just like, you know, come back and you know, well, if you guys need anything, we got this and we got this, and take what you need, and you know.
That's cool.
Yeah, so we've had even a Middle Eastern family come that are farmers, Ukrainians and Hawaiians, and so I just feel like we're like this hub at the moment, and we're just building these connections with people all over the world, and kind of reintroducing them to our ways, and going back to gratitude, you know, especially the privileged. The privileged, you know, they're used to just taking and taking and taking, right? Like, why don't you talk to that strawberry plant you're taking from and express your gratitude a little bit, you know, and be grateful that you have food. So throwing out little things like that.
Oh, me and you just bring our dogs. We'll just go.
Just go live on the mountain. What if it gets cold? If it gets cold at night?
It started getting cold. It's cold now.
You think Bombay Court will find me down there?
I don't know. They found that guy in the woods in Raymondville. Where the hell was he? Where was that recently? That guy.
The guy that got shot.
Yeah, the guy.
They might find you because we're in like a bowl. I feel like we're in a bowl.
Is it easy to get on the top of that mountain?
They got the they got the satellites.
I mean, it's not that easy, but there's a steep side and there's an easy side. I take the easy side.
We're gonna go back to the cowboys and Indians days, and then we're gonna set traps coming up the mountain that only we know about.
We'll just give you community service and put you.
But see, that's what I'm talking about. Wouldn't that be so empowering for you to set traps, like how you men used to set traps, and
just like that.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think I don't know. I've always wanted to live the old ways, just because I'm sick of this freaking. Everything's money. And you can't do nothing without it, and sometimes you can't work enough for it. You know, it's.
And then we never have time to really sit with ourselves because we're always constantly in that rat race. Like, we got to pay this bill, we got this, we got to buy food, and then you're just like on the clock. And then you got fucking anxiety. And
so I'm pulling 18-hour days.
Exactly.
To make probably at most maybe $350, $400 a day. And people don't understand what definitely us small businesses here, man. Definitely food. There's a shit ton of work behind that, like a lot of work. And
especially when you're smoking food.
Yeah, and if you look at me and I'm out doing that my pop up and I look tired, it's because I am.
Yeah, I've actually done it.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard work. It's very hard work, but I enjoy cooking. I'd rather be cooking than by myself too. Like I usually pump out 50 to 100 plates by myself, and then I just have my brother or my woman. They help serve. That's about it.
That's good. In the end, there's a choice too. That's the thing. I think people. I've been like trying to sell like. It's hard to make a choice when you don't know a choice is there. So I try to tell people that, like, because I've heard that sentiment so many times, even like online, it's real common. I just want to run away in the woods. It's like, yo, man, I know of at least 3 or 4 different places where you could do that. And those places, all they need are people willing to work. That's all they need.
Yeah.
And there's nothing stopping anyone from doing it but choice. And so when they say that, do they really mean it, or are they just trying to sound cool? Or like it's just this dream that they don't think is possible, and I want to let them know that it is possible. Like you're doing it. I can name. There's another community that's their founder is leaving, and it's just over the hill.
Yeah. That's another thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just right there. Or I know of another place where there's like 200 acres that's not far from here, and they're just looking for people to do this sort of thing. And I often hear people say, "Well, it's capitalism." I'm like, capitalism is a tool, and you can use a tool based on your choice and your culture. You always want to obtain a yield, and if you continually spend your yield on frivolous things, then you're not going to have any money or seeds or whatever it is.
Pretty soon, currency is going to be obsolete, like cash.
Yeah.
And then what? Like
that's like my whole argument with this too is like we're not this nation that we are supposed to be. We just got so modernized and lost in this, like I said,
keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah, and
we sell
it's
ourselves.
obviously not working for us as people, man. Like so many of our people are struggling. Like I mean, I'm struggling. I just don't show it. You know, I'm a positive person.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just like...
Well, it kind of goes back to being, or even, you know, saying that this is who I am. My name's so-and-so, and I'm a Mohawk, and then, or I'm Ongwehue, or whatever you call yourself. And then when you walk away, it's kind of like, well, what does that really mean? Like, I live in this big-ass house. I drive this really nice car. I have this, you know, tribal ID number. Like, I guess this is what being Mohawk means.
I don't care about that, like, flashy lifestyle to either. Like, you look at my truck, man, it's old. I mean, it looks beat up, but, I mean, I fix it.
with the amount of EMFs in all of these vehicles, the new vehicles, like, I'd rather have an old car too.
Yeah, well, it's easier to fix too. I don't have as
no
much
radios.
sensors and stuff.
And then when they go to push that button and everyone's car is gonna shut off, then what?
Right. I mean, I'm still going 400 horsepower.
Chasing drug dealers.
Being fucking Batman.
Alkaways with their freaking brand new cars are all just sitting on the side of the road.
It was funny. I said that about myself to one of my buddies. I'm like, fuck. It was the day the shooting happened. I had a pop up that same day.
Oh yeah.
So even after my pop up, I went out and I
stayed
stayed out late.
Day, it fights crime by night.
Yeah, I stayed out late looking for him.
Yeah.
And like I was even giving one of the investigators all the details that I was getting, which even seems more fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, I like it was just so fucking. Like, I just felt like a superhero.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm like a local superhero, man. I'm a firefighter. I cook for the community. I'm battling crime. I'm doing good for the community for once in my life, and I'm getting charged for it.
Sometimes that's how it goes.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
But like I keep telling myself, well, if I do go to prison, you know what? Fuck it. I mean, I'll be the bad guy in this situation, but I know what the fuck I did is not wrong. It's just these dumbass laws that our fucking so-called tribe is adopting that has nothing to do with...
No, it doesn't. It's about
compassion.
Money. They get paid a lot of money, like millions of dollars.
And lots of grants.
All these guys get trained at the same facility. They train the same people that killed that man. All these men, they keep killing these men. They're all trained at the same places.
I know.
It doesn't matter their color. And it doesn't really, as you're finding,
anymore.
It doesn't really serve us. So
no,
but we can talk about it. And that's what we're doing. We're talking about it.
I'll act
Hopefully,
on it again.
yeah. So some people will act, and we can make change.
Trust me, if there's another person that does this, I will not hesitate to react the same exact way.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had guns shot at me quite often. Guns don't intimidate me anymore. Like I have a 99% chance of that bullet not hitting me, and I know that it's already happened.
and a lot of it is triggers. You know, like,
I mean, I have a lot of PTSD from my childhood and my teenage life.
We've never felt safe.
No, I still don't ever feel safe. You know, that's why I think that's where that confrontation in me comes from. You know, like, because regardless, I'm gonna fight for what I feel is right. And
we never felt heard,
right,
seen, and safe for the most part. So
I never felt safe ever since I was a kid, so I have anxiety like a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
So then when we have these, foreign governments and foreign fake illusionary authoritative people running around in our community thinking that they can govern us the way that they do.
Yeah.
It's really triggering because again, they're not listening to the people. We're not feeling heard, seen, safe.
Again.
Yep, and they live in their bubble. So the ones they listen to are the ones who agree with them. Mm-hmm. And it sucks to become a them and us.
Mm-hmm. It does.
We need more people that are confrontational. Or if you were like, I know there's a lot of loudmouths in our community that talk shit and
but nobody wants to go to jail though.
Right.
Like I said, they can't arrest all of us.
And I'm with you. Yeah, I think that's...
I mean, if we showed up like we're supposed to, I mean, what are they going to do?
Imagine though, this is what I imagine now. We're like, I guess the place that I've reached within my own self, if we could all show up in a place of love, from a place of love, operating from that place, and we show up to these places, like, I feel like it would be a really different outcome.
Yeah,
because love always
we've
wins.
always showed anger.
Yeah.
That's true, because the last real good confrontation, one down Saint, was pretty, that was pretty wild. I can't say much about that. I liked it.
Okay, but let me share something. That was based off of that happened because I was triggered.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, I was too, though. Like, why are you gonna, like, and on top of that, they brought OPP in and everything for that situation. So, like, that just made everything 10 times worse. Because first of all, you shouldn't be raiding these guys to begin with. You're going into a place.
It was for multiple reasons. It was definitely not something that was planned. It was kind of something that just transpired, and for myself, living all my life with that guilt of not being able to save somebody very close to me as a child, and it was like I was back there again, feeling that helplessness. I wasn't able to save the person who they had arrested. Right. Which was very close to me, and that trauma just like came over my entire being, and that's what happened. But I didn't realize that until like a year later, talking about that night, and if that didn't happen, that whole night in Saint might have not transpired. But right. The cool thing. The really awesome thing, though, that really was, like, for me, when we're all in St. Regis, in front of the police station, we had that fire going. Mm-hmm. Everybody put down their intentions, their words, their everything, right?
Yeah.
And that fire that I seen and all the men that were there, regardless of how it transpired and what had happened, I was like, fucking right. Like, there's our men. Like, where have yous been?
I got there.
There yous are. No, I'm talking about the fight though within, not physically, but that fight to stand up for something, and that was really empowering for me, as somebody who was on the front lines for a while, a few years leading up to that, right. and seeing mostly women out there, and so to see our men, it was just really like. I was just really happy for you,
Yeah, I'm the type I've been to Tandanega for the CN rail block. Anything that's close, I try to make to. Mm-hmm. I even taken time off of work just because I've noticed like the lack of like people like me that are willing to stand up and have the balls to act and not just sit back. And it's frustrating when you're one of two people and there's probably like 40 to 50 capable guys out there with you.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody's really trying to help you. And
Yeah, I mean, I standing on that in front of that police car while he's pushing me down the road, you know, and one of our community members driving by and being like, "Just go home.
yeah, that's fucked up.
Just get off the road and go home already," you know. And it's like, I don't know that.
Yeah.
That. It's
Go
like,
live in
man,
Mayberry.
Yeah, like just be quiet and let it happen. Like.
I mean, you should. That's the division in our community, though.
I think it's the lack of self in our community.
That too.
I think that's a major part of it, the lack of self.
It's very like want to be like a cookie cutter type
Right.
image in our community right now. For most people, I feel too. Everybody kind of wants to be that same.
They in their minds there's a bar and they're trying to meet it. Even our elders, even our traditional elders. I've heard them make little comments like, you know, why can't, you know, we do this? Why we're not? Basically, we're not good enough is what they feel. We're not good enough because what they're seeing is the outside, and it's reflected in their institutions they create. It's reflected in their police and their court system. It's look at us white people. We're just like you. See, we got a code of justice just like it's your code of justice. We just put our name on it.
Right.
And ultimately it's
law.
it's because they don't believe they can't, and that's the sadness is they believe they can't, and you know, I think there's some who believe they can. And
I just want to know who voted in all of these adopted laws we got from New York State.
while they're, you know, still there, some of them are still on that council.
Well, I think I want to talk to
I know a guy who ran for tribal chief and got 15 votes with probably throw a big huge monkey wrench in every single thing going on.
Yeah, me too. Well, that's my problem. See, is voting.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's
believe
everybody's
in
problem.
voting.
That's everybody's problem.
And that's why only 12 people are voting in the whole res. And
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was really happy to see that Seaway claim not go through.
yes, you know, and I was supposed to go, and then we got a fire call. And I was like, voting or fire call? Fire call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah.
No, because I don't know if people really realize, or maybe they do now, but if that Seaway claim was to go through, next thing you know, we would have had those super tankers coming through.
Yeah. Well, plus on top of that, look at the minuscule amount of money that they were trying to throw at us that they actually fucking make. And how are we supposed to do any type of repair or, you know, regeneration of our land with that little bit amount of money? That shit's going to be taken out just from two people that own most of the land on the riverbank.
Yeah, 45 million is nothing.
Yeah,
And
they should be giving that to us anyways.
Yeah.
Exactly. That should just be a check for us to start trying
To not tear their buoys down.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say to try not to stop all the ships from coming through.
Right.
They say that they even take, when they change the batteries in those buoys, they just let the batteries go to the bottom.
Yep.
Really?
And they were asking us if we seen them to take them out. I remember fucking like, cause people were getting them on their fishing line.
Oh shit.
And they're saying, don't throw them back. Motherfucker, that's your fucking job, right? Didn't you guys put them there? That's another thing, too. I'm sick of the hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Sorry, the edibles are kicking.
No way. Well, I didn't go to the vote because as they did provide a lot of information and I did not read any of it. And yesterday I'm reading and I'm just like, I'm not even fucking doing this.
I didn't even trust it. I didn't trust it.
Me neither.
Because look at what happened with Dundee claim. Like, it didn't matter if you voted yes or no. The no still counted as a yes vote. So that's why I was like.
So are we able to even go to Dundee and claim anything?
No.
It's already
No.
claim anything as far as what?
Like if we were to go there and acquire property from
what I understand, the way it works is they're supposed to spend some of that money to buy land back from willing sellers. That I don't know what the land to reserve process is in Canada. I don't know if it has to go through that process. And then some of that money goes to a trust for. And now they're having meetings to figure out what to do with it. Because if we don't say, hey, we want you to spend it on our culture and our projects and Thompson Island and cool shit, then they're just going to spend it on their general fund for some other coffee drinker to hate their job.
And that's another thing too with these fucking they're in a rush to get all this funding, and then they don't even know what the fuck to properly do with all the funding that they get. And then,
Well, you have to spend it in a certain amount of time.
Yeah, but like there's better ways.
I mean, there's a reason socialism doesn't work any better than capitalism.
Oh,
it works worse.
It's all the same in my eyes.
Yeah.
Like anything that's gonna be a monetary system is gonna fuck you over regardless. It's not It's not built for our way of living, any human's way of living. We're not built like that. We're built off of survival, but not fucking prison.
Anyone who's living off funding streams knows that there's no incentive to save money, which seems like a backwards incentive. It seems like, hey, if I can do things more, like we had funding one time from Heifer International, and like they expect you to spend all of it, and we're fucking frugal. We're like wheeling and dealing. We're like buying shit half price just because we all grew up poor. That's how. It's just how we operate.
Yeah.
And it was a weird, like, well, then you won't get as much. Oh fuck. Okay, so we'll just jiggle the money, jiggle the books so it carries over. But it was silly. It seems like if you can come in under budget, you should get a reward.
At least let you keep the rest of it, right?
Well, and that's the problem with the nonprofit space. So I mean, we can get out of that by like you guys like doing our own shit.
So wait, so your Aboriginal Outlaws is considered a nonprofit?
No.
Oh, you're talking about CKON?
No, I'm not. This was years ago.
Oh, years ago.
Yeah,
okay.
this is all
Sorry,
said.
I thought this was.
This is all said and done. No, Aboriginal.
I'm like, how is this not for profit?
No, we are mercenaries for hire.
I swear I've seen somebody exchange money with you one time at a show.
That was something else, sir.
You could delete that.
That was my OnlyFans.
His in-person OnlyFans.
If you pay enough money, it is.
I might have 40 for you.
Oh my! As long as you can get my car out of the ditch.
Fuck, not a Prius. I don't know what, man. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Poor bumper.
So he ripped apart your cousin's front end because she got her Prius stuck here in the snow.
No, from what I understand, it was already like that.
He just ripped it off a little more.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen it.
It's
but I did
now.
see it. Oh, it's fixed now?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It had a black eye for a few months.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, I felt bad.
I had a nice Hummer to pull it out, and it was in there. Great.
Got it out with a John Deere tractor.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty meant. I was out there in like 10 below zero.
So 10 below zero. What are you gonna do in that yurt in 10 below zero?
It's really warm.
Has a wood
because
stove.
the wood stove.
Yeah.
Well, there's a wood stove, but the wood stove that's in it is pretty big for a 20-foot space.
Okay.
So it's very cozy.
Yeah. Do you have running water, or is it just?
No.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about pipes.
Yeah.
So you just gotta feed that fire.
Yeah. That was my job when I drove out the first time. For the job was, to be a social media manager, and I was pretty hesitant because I just purchased my flip phone and I was trying to go the other way, but at the time I didn't have much to lose and I had to accept the job. And then they had said, well, we just put this yurt up in November and we need someone to keep the fire, because otherwise the insulation will absorb moisture and it'll start to mold and get rotten and all that. So I was like, I'll do it.
Right.
And yeah, so I've been there ever since.
Yeah, I actually wanted a yurt.
Yeah.
Like I said, been feeling like a wizard lately. So yeah, I want to live in a yurt. Next thing you know, a yurt is there. I underestimated the yurt size.
Oh, really? What size did you get?
Well, looking at Louise's, spending time in Louise's yurt, it was like, I think I can do this.
Yeah.
Every time I'd go in there and try to figure out like where all the kids would sleep and how it would work. I ordered the wrong size, or not ordered, but we got the wrong size, and it was a 10 feet smaller.
Oh.
So I was like, I walked in there and I walked back out. I am not living in here with 4 kids. So
10 feet makes a big difference.
It does.
It did. But now we have a 50-foot dome.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do
So
you even have a kitchen in it?
no, we got some bees in there, but
We could get them out.
yeah, we actually need somebody to come and get those out.
Are they honeybees?
No.
Oh, so they're not the cool bees.
No.
They're the shitty ones. Fuck them.
We really got to square up with them on.
My sister's got those in there.
She what?
My sister's got those making nests in her straw bale.
Oh, really? The hornets or the
hornets?
Yeah, we have a few in our blueberry bushes too, and yeah.
Did you get the burrowing bees by your fruits yet?
I'm not even sure.
Those ones are vicious, man.
All I know is the mosquitoes.
This year, the mosquitoes are bad.
Not there.
Not there?
Really?
Okay. Sold.
Sold.
Who wants to buy this straw bale house?
I mean, the mosquitoes here are
we just got a shed there too.
Oh, we got a first tiny home too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just put in our first tiny home.
We got our first tiny home.
They're really trying to get us out there right away.
No, but I do know there's families that really want to come and they're ready to make the move. But you know, right now we just don't have enough places
my family would want to.
Places to move. So we're gonna start out with maybe 20 those Amish. What is it like? 20 by something.
Something like that.
20 by I don't even know the dimensions, but
they're probably like 14 by 20 or
something. I don't. You know, I'm not trying to make anyone live in a freaking straight.
It's okay. Did you know the average size for a house of 4 and in 1890 was like 1,000 square feet, and then in the 1920s it was like 1,400 square feet. So anything over that, you really don't need. That's why people got entire rooms devoted to stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, I can't imagine that right now.
You've never lived in a camper with 4 other people.
I tried to do that too, but
I have during racing season.
Yeah, there you go.
It smells.
Well, they're men. Men are gross.
It smells.
So what's your I've thought about this a lot too. I guess I've been thinking about it on and off for years. But what's your process to communities come with baggage, especially when there are people. Wherever you go, there you are. And so people from here, wherever moved there, what's the process for dispute resolution? For they're not going to come in with a fixed mind right away. And it's not like we're not fucking completely nuts too. So
I think I don't really have that solution yet, but
it's already happening though.
But as long as we keep doing our work, then I think we can continue to lean in the way that we have been. I know at the beginning, wintertime, there was a situation where we had some of our people come and work on the house, and next thing you know, there was accusations that they were trying to sell coke to some people, and I was just really I was really upset over that. So I had to go out there with my kids and sit down.
That was the first day I went out there too. It was the same day. So after seeing the land, Kawenniosta comes and we have to talk to this
group of men.
Supposedly,
and it was a group of men and young guys and older guys and some older men old enough to be my dad and I sit down with them and I just had to talk to them I don't know. I didn't want to, because of where I am now, I guess I didn't want to be you're a fucking piece of shit, you're this, you're that. I was really just trying to listen to them, hold space for them. I kept trying to give them opportunities to take responsibility for themselves, or even to just talk about what's going on, and then also let them know that I can't control it back home. I can't control the drugs, everything that's flowing through here. I have no control over it. But here, I can fucking control it, and I will. So, some guys ended up getting really upset. They left. They never came back. And I think most of them did. There was 1 or 2 that stayed.
So benevolent dictator. I think that's how communities work sometimes.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's pretty much what all these other town and villages, they don't they hire people pretty much to be the same thing, but they have something saying they can do it.
I don't know.
What do they call them? They have boards and shit.
Oh yeah, communities.
So I mean, if it's coming from the heart, it's gonna work.
Well, I just told them, I said, if that's where you guys are at now, then I'm going to have to ask you to leave. But I just want you to know that the door's always open for when you want to come home.
Right.
Come back home to self, though. You know what I mean?
We have enough of that shit here.
Yeah, like I'll hold space for you in that way, but right now I can't do that for you right now.
Yeah. I've been thinking about it a lot. I've been thinking about across the river there and across the mountains there. And that's one of the things I was thinking about was also like, it seems to, any kind of community we do seems to attract alternative people, and some of them are not well.
Mm-hmm.
And then if when there's kids around,
Mm-hmm.
you got to watch for Uncle Fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a really big thing for us. And even, I mean, I guess this has been a recent conversation with how free people are too.
Mm-hmm.
And it was something that I really realized about our people, or at least me and my family, like people walking around freely, like no, they're just free with themselves, right? And then my children being around that, seeing it, not really seeing it, but I'm saying like no bras, no nothing, no like, just free, right? It just really made me think about how much it's always like, go cover up. You don't walk around like that. Keep a shirt on, or go, you know what I mean? And even Ganosisne, like that's how I was raised is, you can't wear no tank top and Ganosisne, no short
we're more
skirts, no
Catholic than the
shorts.
Catholics.
Yeah, right? And then it goes down that whole rabbit hole of the Christianity that was put into all of the religious part of Ganosisne, and
Right.
and so right now I am currently trying to break free and break out of all of those types of limitations, because that's the other part of it, is that we really have limitations on ourselves, and we were taught to carry those limitations, and it really keeps us not able to kind of expand.
Right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, watching, especially when there's people rolling through a community, is like being aware of like who's safe.
I know, and it's kind of like I care about my children. I absolutely care about my children, and it's not that, but it's the fact of having to always be on that.
Yeah.
That like have your guard up, right?
Yeah.
And we've had to tell volunteers like, you're not allowed to take off with my kids, or no, you can't go to the store with my children. Like
that's
like
awkward.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
And just I don't know. I'm still trying to learn to navigate through all that.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. Those are the things that cross my mind a lot.
Yeah, and then it sucks not having men around either.
Yeah.
For those types of, if there ever is that encounter,
Right.
It's like you're out there again by yourself, or just the women, or
Yeah. No, there's a reality.
Yeah, it's
to
vulnerable.
That. Like, we love equality, but there is a reality to that.
Of course.
Like dudes, even a shitty dude's pretty strong.
Mm-hmm.
So
Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Can we talk about more shitty people?
Who do we kill today?
Hey, I can't. We cut that out. I can't be part of it.
Okay. Debo can't kill people.
No. I can't even look at them. I feel illegal just being me now.
You just found out why you needed a secret. That's why you need a costume. You just found out the reason.
I'm about
Batman
to shave my beard off. Nobody will recognize me. The last mugshot they had of me, man, is back when I was real hard in addiction. And I was big. I was like 250. And the fucking cops are trying to argue with me. Like, you're not on drugs? I'm like, that's me drinking every fucking day, banging an 8-ball up my nose. And, that's me back then. And this is me at my normal weight. Like, I don't need all that extra shit. I don't know what was in me. Just a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bullshit in me, and I let it all out over the past 5 years. 175, 180 is good walking weight for me.
For me too, but I just keep on eating.
If you were 180, you would look like the guy I was chasing.
Yeah.
real
one
crack.
night,
I'm not saying you're a crackhead, but crack-ish.
right? At 190, I'm a beast.
Fuck, I still feel too heavy.
Yeah.
It's hard when you're definitely when it's like the middle of the night and it's still 70 degrees out. You get a nice call for something accident, and then you have to stand outside in that heavy ass gear.
Sleep deprivation will do it. Will fuck you over.
See, I'm only 5 months into this firefighter gig, and
My dad was a fireman for 25 years.
yeah, it's exciting. I'll say that.
Yeah, it is, but it has its.
I've seen some stuff already, but I mean that's kind of like I'm numb to all that stuff now, just because I've already seen it so much as a
You're
child.
become pre-traumatized.
Yeah, I'm just. It doesn't like it probably does bother me way in the back of my head, but it doesn't give me an emotion anymore. It's just.
Nothing a 1,500 milligram gummy can't fix.
Yeah, right, exactly. You know what I mean? And go to bed, think about it the next day.
So, did you use gummies to do all that work, though?
No.
No?
No.
Mm-hmm.
You don't, like, play with your energy or anything when you're high as hell?
I mean, I try to go out and do stuff.
No, I'm talking about going in and doing stuff.
Oh, no.
Give it a try. What is it? How can you try? Like, what would you suggest him try first?
Do you meditate?
Mm-hmm.
Meditation.
While I'm real stoned.
Mm-hmm.
Allow your intuition.
Mm-hmm.
Watch me just pass right the fuck out. That's
Yeah, it takes a lot of focus and practice, but then you start seeing the colors of your field and all that.
Oh, I see that anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so then you learn to manipulate it.
Okay. I'll try and meditate strong this time.
Mm-hmm.
I got enough. Actually, I might hit somewhere else up. I found some really good cheap gummies around here, so
Yeah.
I've been like just.
Do you mean like cheap in price or cheap in ingredients?
No, just cheap in price.
What about mushrooms, like microdosing?
I've microdosed before, but I don't feel like I'm safe in public like that. Like,
And you're always in public, like always?
unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, I do feel like at those quantities of weed, you're getting to the psychedelic realm. You may as well just.
I mean, no, like I don't know.
When you say you've microdosed before, what are you calling a microdose? I had a friend
like
who's
a gram and a half at a time.
that's not microdosing. That's just
Why
dosing.
isn't it? Fuck, I used to eat like 7 to 14 grams just one shot and fucking. Well, I only have one buddy that I usually eat mushrooms with, and we usually do it like every 2, 3, 4 years. I grab an ounce, and me and him just fucking trip the shit out for a whole night. We usually end up doing weird shit in the car in the driveway. Yeah, start squirming and shit.
Yeah, the last time I put that much in my body, I was like, there you are.
Like, I swear, like, the last time I did them, we weren't in a convertible, but I could see through the fucking roof of the car. I could see the stars and everything, like, and it was real dark out, and there was only a street light, but it still felt pitch black out. I had a great time. I spent about 6 hours in my buddy's car in my driveway. Just trapped. It was a great trip, though, like, not scary. Like,
Yeah.
So some meditation. What else could he do? Play with the energy. Like I
eat
think I know
another
what you're
half
talking
ounce.
What'd you say?
Eat another half ounce of mushrooms.
I mean, I don't know. It's like when you eat mushrooms, is that more of like your outer world? And then when you, like, do you eat gummies or smoke weed?
I don't.
Okay. Are you lying?
No, I'll have a hit.
Oh,
The
okay.
last time I had a hit of weed was last week. I went to Ottawa to a comedy show, and I took one hit with another comedian because it was cool. I just met her, and she was cool.
So you're just like trying to be cool?
No, I'm just
Trying to fit in.
Just trying to fit in with the group. No, no, it was like we smoked together. We combined our energies.
Oh, I see.
You hit the joint at the same exact time.
So you just took all her fucking bullshit home with you
I
too?
did too.
Oh man.
Sucked it right.
So
up.
you
Converted it to energy. I'm like a diesel that
you're
way.
basically making out with another comedian while smoking a joint then?
Basically.
That sounds like a great time.
She's into girls, so
I could see why she was into you.
I do have a very feminine energy.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I've done serious doses of mushrooms, I could like you feel auras and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should just all do it before the summer is like completely done with.
I mean, you guys, I'll show you my fire pit.
Yeah. we'll be like fucking fire gods or something.
Yeah.
I'll probably end up jumping through it a few times
Please
like an idiot.
Please don't.
Why? It's safe.
I just built it. I don't have the fire department come break it down.
What do you mean? I am the fire department. I'll bring a fire extinguisher. Okay.
And some bandages.
Yeah.
I got those too in the back. I actually got my gear in the back of my truck, so just in case shit gets out of hand, I'm here already.
I'm certified too. I got my first aid.
Actually, no. I'm only certified on the res. I'm working on my BFO for New York State.
Okay.
But soon I'll be able to go off the res and fight fires and help people. So,
all
And
right.
hopefully not get arrested.
Right. I'll go set some.
yeah. Hopefully I don't get arrested for trying to be a good member of the society.
So what do you got going on in the next little while, like before winter? You got any more events, or how do people contact you? How do they come and join?
We have a website, Waterfall Unity Alliance, and then all social media is just Waterfall Unity Alliance.
Is it
waterfallunityalliance.org.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm the communications specialist, so if anyone has questions, I'll most likely be the one answering your questions.
So I'll just slip it to your DMs. Got it.
Yeah, just start typing a bunch of gibberish.
And
I'll
Debo,
answer.
Debo, you're going to be around.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how soon this comes out,
I'll
usually
put this out Thursday.
Thursday. Well, hey, Thursday. What's the date?
I don't know. The
I don't
30th.
know. Well, anyway, this Thursday, when the day this comes out, I'll be popped up at Kurt's place. What is it called? In Fort.
Sovereign?
No, Top Shelf.
Top Shelf.
Top Shelf.
Top Shelf.
I can't keep track. There are so many. I'm a fan.
I'll be there.
So many.
I'll be there with some ribs and some pulled pork.
Unfortunately, Onondaga, they could really help themselves out if they just opened up one.
Yeah.
They got some weird fucking rules. We're cool at lung cancer, but
They
weed.
sell CBD rollies at the smoke shop.
Oh my.
Fuck, you gotta
That's the
smoke a whole
closest
pack
they'll
to
ever
feel
get.
it.
So,
And then I'm also at Moon too. Moon Akwesasne, a botanical lemonade store there at the crossroads in Hogan. And then if you want me to come to your business, I could come there as well. I don't charge anything.
all right.
There's usually a good traffic with my people, so it usually helps other businesses.
And the Debo Defense Fund.
Yeah.
Because
I don't want to ask for money.
I'll ask for it. Can you give Debo money? Lawyers are no joke. Let's keep our hero out of jail. Like,
I'll take probation.
he'll take probation. He should take nothing. He
You should take nothing.
He should get a
I should
fucking
take nothing,
award.
yes.
He should get an award. He should get like a fucking.
Handed to me by a lieutenant.
Oh, I might have to beep that part.
No, what do you mean? It's why not? His name's all over these papers. Isn't that public information? Right?
I have no idea.
It has to be.
But I don't have a legal defense
He's
fund.
a cop. Anyway,
Yeah.
FTP. We're holding it down.
Yeah.
Fuck the drug dealers and junkies shooting guns off for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
I will find you.
I have the terror that flaps in the night.
Yeah, I'm.
That's the funny thing is like, I'm for liberty. Like, I don't think any drug should be illegal.
No, most definitely not. But
what's happening isn't good either.
yes.
So that's where we need
Stop making drugs.
No.
Like, no, new drugs is what I mean. Like,
Why can't we just address some of the issues though?
Yeah.
As to why we're taking drugs in the first place.
Right,
we're all
exactly.
fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we all know we're fucked up, so like that's not a fucking mystery. Can we just like talk about it now?
yeah. Yeah.
That's
with
another
you.
thing is people are too scared and ashamed.
Yeah, and yeah, it's a real thing. Like it really
I
plagues
mean,
us.
I don't know. I thought I made it known that I was a drug addict when I was a drug addict, but I guess I did a good job hiding it from people. I didn't. I never tried to hide it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was hard for me to finally admit to myself that this is the time. You know, you've had enough. You better just smarten the fuck up and get your shit together.
And also accept until that time comes, you're going to be a drug addict. So how about we make the drugs as safe as possible and not have weird drug houses? And you can be an active junkie, just like there's plenty of functional alcoholics that fucking work for that very same police force.
Then you won't need people like me patrolling the neighborhood. No.
I think we should make you an outfit. Can we do that? Let's make him an outfit and
Out of linen.
out of linen
Yeah, I'm
and
totally down
ribbons.
for that. I'll go get a horse. Fuck it.
Yeah, black
I'll be-
linen. How fucking badass would that look?
Oh man, like Zorro.
Yeah, like Zorro with a mask.
Fucking right. I'm down.
All right,
let's start a movie.
We're at 150, so let's.
Oh yeah, that's pretty long.
Yeah, let's. But this was fun. I hope everybody enjoyed
was.
yourselves.
I did.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Lots of information and
Yeah.
talking.
It's the Aboriginal Outlaws, and you can see waterfallunityalliance.org. Did I do it right?
Did you say dot what?
Org?
Org. Oh, nice.
What did you think I
Dot
said?
orgy. I'm like, holy shit.
Shh, you weren't supposed to know about that.
That's what we came here for.
And the Debo Defense Fund, just give them money on Facebook or something.
Yeah.
Come on.
Or somebody start. If somebody wants to start it, I guess I don't know.
I know people have handed bags of money. Just hand them a bag of money to pay a lawyer. It's okay.
Yes.
There's like 90 dispensaries. If each one of you gave like $500, he'd be good. Okay.
Yeah, I'd even do better pop-ups.
Yeah. He would do better pop-ups.
Have better food.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe he'll get into one of these gardens, huh?
Yeah.
Most definitely. I'm already buying like local beef and stuff like that. So anything beef in my meals is all locally.
Do you do any vegetarian options?
Just my beans and rice. That's about
Okay.
it.
All right.
But I can start if I had more options.
What
Yeah.
kind of lettuce do you use? Do you use lettuce?
Yeah,
What kind?
romaine.
Romaine. Okay.
But I mean, that's pretty much the cheapest for me to get the most out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I use that.
All right. I'm Joshua. We're the Aboriginal Outlaws. Find us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and all the things. Also see Sage Against the Machine and Women's Dance right here on the same channel. On a
Bye.
Anna.